Vikram sir, first of all, welcome to Bangalore. So ಹೇಳಿ Ponniyin Selvan ಚಿತ್ರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ವರ್ಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. How happy are you sir? How excited are you?
Hi everybody, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಣಕಂ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Thank you. I can see that I'm so happy and I'm seeing you again after a short time. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಖುಷಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪೊನ್ನಿಯಿನ್ ಸೆಲ್ವಂ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ನಡೀತಿರುವಾಗ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸೋ ಶೋರ್ ಐ ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್. So nice having you here and I want to talk about Ponniyin Selvan. The thing is Karthi is the expert on this. He will tell a lot. Before that and the last word was Hail Bitte. Got it. Okay. It's a novel that was written around 1954-55, so almost 70 years. It's been a bestseller in Tamil literature and it's the best novel that's ever happened. It's a historical with fantasy too. It's a fictional history and it's about the Chola dynasty. There are so many things in the book that makes it very interesting, but what I wanted to bring to your notices is I think India is so rich in culture. It's not just Tamil Nadu or Karnataka, Andhra, or Kerala or South India. All over India, a very, let me say, a very loose comparison would be this story happens in around the 9th century or like from the 9th to 10th century. And during that period, Rajaraja Chola, which is played by him, when he was a king, he built about 3,000 temples. He built a lot of temples and he built about 5,000 dams. They had political, so he had politics. There was voting to select village heads. They had water management ministry. They had everything, and they had so much like literature flourished. There was so much of heritage and so much of culture. This, when you compare to the rest of the world at that time, is very strange because America got there. They were discovered 500 years later when it was still a country which was just filled with native Indians. So that was like that. That is the difference you can show in India, what was happening in India at that time. So that culture is something that is reflected in all our stories. Like this particular dynasty had its borders stretching all the way to Bali and to China, and even, for instance, even Karnataka, you have in Mahabharata and in Ramayana where they say that Hampi was once considered a capital of Bali. So that is the kind of influence we've all had around the world. And we are part of this story where all of us play very interesting characters. Some of us, like he is a fictional character, but all the others have been part of history and we've done our roles which are very, very strong. The women in this film are, what do you say, very, very powerful, very strong-minded. Likewise, all the characters, like all of us are there. In this film, we have about 14 heroes. And every girl in this movie is either a heroine or she's been a heroine sometime. That is the kind of cast that Manisha has been able to bring. And talking about him, I think this movie deserves somebody like Manisha. And he is the master craftsman. And we all feel so proud to be a part of this dream of his, which he's been trying to do for almost 40 years. And now he's finally done it. And I had this great pleasure of working with such wonderful artists. And we've learnt a lot from each other. We shared a lot of stories, which in Tamil, as you know, we don't have many multi-starers. So it was the first time for all of us. And we really enjoyed working in this film. And we all feel proud to be a part of it. And I feel super proud. And thank you for being here today.
எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது இங்கே வந்தது. ஏன்னா எனக்கும் பெங்களூருக்கும் நிறைய சம்பந்தம் இருக்குது. என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் இங்கே ஒர்க் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருந்தப்போ இங்கே தான் நான் காலத்தை தள்ளினேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவேன். நான் படித்ததுக்கப்புறம் காலேஜுக்கு அப்புறம் எல்லாமே. ஸோ இங்கே நிறைய நாட்கள் இருந்திருக்கேன். திருப்பி லேட்டஸ்ட்டாக வரல நான். ஸோ இந்த ஒரு நல்ல நிகழ்ச்சி மூலமாக என்னை இங்கே கூப்பிட்டவங்க எல்லாருக்கும் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப நன்றி. அதுவும் பர்டிகுலராக இந்த டீம் கூட வர்றதுன்றது இவங்களும் என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் தான். அதனால் எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது இப்படி ஒரு டீம் அமைஞ்சது. அதனால தான் இந்த படம் பாசிபிள். அதை தாண்டி நம்மளுடைய மாஸ்டர் மணிரத்னம் சார், பல வருஷங்களாக சியான் சொன்ன மாதிரி பல வருஷங்களாக எடுக்கணும்னு நினச்ச ஒரு படத்தை வந்து அவர் வந்து ஒரு ஒத்த ஆளாக நின்று எடுத்து காமிச்சிருக்காரு. அதுக்கு வந்து உண்மையாகவே மொத்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரியும் அவரை பார்த்து பெருமைப்படுது. அதில் நாங்கள் இருக்கோம்னு நினைக்கும் போது எங்களுக்கும் ரொம்ப பெருமையாக இருக்குது. கண்டிப்பாக இது வந்து பல பேருடைய ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் போட்டு எடுத்த படம். ஜென்ரலாக நம்ம சொல்லுவோம், அதெல்லாம் தாண்டி இதில் உணர்ந்த ஒரு விஷயம் என்னென்னா 2 பார்ட்டை வந்து ஒரே ஸ்ட்ரெச்சில் வந்து முடிச்சிருக்காரு. இது வந்து சாதாரண விஷயம் கிடையாது. அந்த அளவுக்கு ஒரு கிரேட் பிளானிங் இல்லாமல், ஒரு கிரேட் மாஸ்டர் இல்லாமல் இது நடந்திருக்க வாய்ப்பே கிடையாது. PS1 அண்ட் PS2 ரெண்டுமே கிட்டத்தட்ட 150 நாள் 160 நாளில் முடிச்சிருக்கோம். ஸோ ஹேட்ஸ் ஆஃப் டு ஹிம். அண்ட் அதனுடைய உழைப்பையும் அதனுடைய எஃபர்ட்டும் உங்கள் திரையில் பார்க்கும் போது நீங்கள் உங்களுக்கு உணர்ந்திருப்பீங்க. இது வெறும் ட்ரெய்லர் தான், மெயின் பிக்சர் இன்னும் காத்துட்ருக்கு. நாங்களும் ரொம்ப ஆவலாக காத்துட்ருக்கோம். கண்டிப்பாக ரொம்ப நல்லா வந்திருக்கு படம். உங்கள் எல்லாருக்கும் பிடிச்ச மாதிரி, குழந்தைங்கள்லேருந்து பெரியவங்க வரைக்கும் பிடிச்ச மாதிரியான ஒரு படம் தான் இது. இது வந்து ஃபில்ம், இது வந்து ஹிஸ்ட்ரி, இது எல்லாம் சேர்ந்த ஒரு விஷயம். இது ஒரு ப்ரைடு. எல்லாம் தனித்தனி கண்டென்ட் கிடையாது. இதெல்லாம் ஒரு அருமையான ஒரு மிக்சர். பேசிக்காக சொல்லணும்னா இட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி ப்ரைட் ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷ. அவ்வளோதான் தெரியும். வணக்கம்.
That's lovely, sir.
I think as we were driving here, வந்துட்டு இருக்கும்போது went back to college days. So பெங்களூர் வந்து அப்போ எங்களுக்கு நியூயார்க் சிட்டி மாதிரி. All English films will release 6 months ahead. முன்னாடியே வந்துடும். All best clothes you will get here. அதனால வந்து combined studiesனு சொல்லி Friday night last busல we'll come to Bangalore. We won't book a room because it's expensive. அப்படியே ஃபுல்லாக we'll roam around. நைட் பஸ்ஸில் திரும்பி சென்னை போய்டும். பட் இங்கே வந்து ஷாப்பிங் பண்ணிட்டு போவோம். அண்ட் we can go back and say ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தான் இங்கே தான் பார்த்தோம், KFC இங்கே தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் பார்த்தோம். எல்லாம் இங்கே வந்துட்டு தான் அப்புறம் சென்னைக்கு வரும் KFC. ஸோ இட் brought back so many memories. ஏன்னா வந்து அந்த MG ரோட்டில் நடந்துகிட்டே இருப்போம். அங்கே வந்து ஒன்லி விண்டோ ஷாப்பிங்லாம் கமர்ஷியல் ஸ்ட்ரீட், அங்கே தான் சீப்பாக கிடைக்கும். So happy to be here. I think we are in a very interesting time. Every industry is coming up with big films. So for Bahubali vandhudu, RRR, for KGF vandhudu, and all over the world they are watching films which are being made, especially from South la interesting ana films vandhutirukku. And on that lineup we have now PS1, the Mani sir oda 40-year dream. Tamil cinema la MGR sir la irundhu like Rajkumar sir madri, they all made great historical films. ஒரு பெரிய பீரியட். அதுக்கப்புறம் ரொம்ப வருஷம் கழிச்சு திரும்ப இட்ஸ் a big attempt by Mani sir. He's been wanting to do it for 40 years and finally it's assembled and we are all lucky to be part of it. And unlike any other period film, this film is based on a novel. நம்ம ஊரில் வந்து இப்போ லார்ட் ஆஃப் த ரிங்ஸ், ஹாரி பாட்டர் மாதிரி இட்ஸ் ஸோ வெல் ரிட்டன் வித் வெரி வெரி இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் கேரக்டர்ஸ். அண்ட் தி ஸ்டோரி ஹிஸ்டாரிக்கல் ஃபிக்ஷன்னால ஒரு 30 to 40% ஆக்சுவலி ஹேப்பன், விக்ரம் சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி. அண்ட் திஸ் என்டையர் ஃபில்ம் ஹேஸ் ஸோ மச் ஆஃப் ட்ராவல் அண்ட் அட்வென்ச்சர். அப்போ என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா, யூ ஆர் ஆக்சுவலி ட்ராவலிங் த்ரூ 10th century. 1000 years பேக் சவுத் இந்தியா எப்படி இருந்துச்சு, ஹவு தி கிங்ஸ் லிவ்ட். அண்ட் எஸ்பெஷலி அந்த காலத்துலேயே நம்ம வந்து அவ்வளோ அட்வான்ஸ்டாக இருந்தோம். வி ஹேட் ட்ரேட் ஆல் ஓவர் த வேர்ல்ட். ட்ராவலர்ஸ் வேர் கமிங் ஃப்ரம் சைனா. நம்மளோட கிங்ஸ்க்கு வந்து சைனீஸ் டாக்டர்ஸ் இருந்தாங்க. ஆர் பாடி கார்ட்ஸ் வேர் ரோமன்ஸ், பிகாஸ் ரோமன்ஸ் வேர் வெரி குட் இன் மேக்கிங் டென்ட்ஸ். அதனால தே வேர் லைக் நம்ம கமாண்டோஸ் மாதிரி கிங்ஸுக்கு, பிகாஸ் தே டோன்ட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் லாங்குவேஜ் ஆல்சோ. நம்ம தமிழில் பேசினா அவங்களுக்கு புரியாது. அதனாலே வந்து ஃபாரினர்ஸை வந்து பாடி கார்ட்ஸாக வச்சுருந்தாங்க. ஸோ மச் ஆஃப் லைஃப் ஸ்டைல் யூ கெட் டு see in this film. You'll see our glory of South India, how they had a fleet. Southல இங்கிருந்து தான் வந்து they had a fleet where they went and conquered Cambodia or Kadaram, Bali. And they've done so much when everybody else in the world was still primitive or still just forming a civilization. So அதெல்லாமே வந்து நமக்கு for the next generation we are capturing it. அது மணி சார் மாதிரி ஒரு மாஸ்டர் ஸ்டோரி டெல்லர் சொல்லும்போது he's always set standards for visuals. For love story means everybody wants to be on a bike with headphones. அப்படி ஒரு பொலிட்டிக்கல் ட்ராமா எடுத்தா we still love Virvar till today, ஒரு ரோஜா or Bombay. So when he does period, I think he's made it look as real as possible with very minimal visual effects, as real as possible. அப்போ போனால் எப்படி இருக்குமோ, ரொம்ப க்ளீனாக இல்லாமல் உண்மையாகவே ஒருத்தன் ட்ராவல் பண்ணி போனால் அப்படி இருக்கும். ஒரு வார்லேயே இருக்கிற ஒரு பிரின்ஸ் எப்படி இருப்பார், he'll have wounds all over his body. அப்படி the way he's pictured every character, especially women characters, are so strong. Kalki அவர் எழுதுனதே அவ்வளோ ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருக்கும். நம்ம நினச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம் அப்போல்லாம் விமன் வேறு பேக் சீட்னா இல்லை. லைக் குந்தவை த பிரின்சஸ் வாஸ் த மெயின் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டர் ஆர் பிளானர் ஆர் ஃபார் த சிட்டி. ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஃப்ரீ ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸ் அவங்க தான் பண்ணாங்க. அப்படி வந்து the way we get to know about our past and our history is also through this film. Apart from being entertaining, it is also informative. And all of us are so happy to be here, like sharing screen with Vikram sir, Ravi. You know, this bond and all is so special, traveling together and presenting the film to you all. So happy. And இங்கே பெங்களூர் வரும்போது எப்பவுமே வந்து எந்த பாஷையும் தெரிய தேவையில்லை, எந்த பாஷை பேசினாலும் இங்கே புரியும். இங்கே எல்லாருமே ஒரு 5 language பேசுவாங்க. And whenever we have come here, we've had so much of love. And this film, I think it's being properly dubbed in Kannada. And sir has written beautiful dialogues for us. And I have to thank Upendra sir for giving us the voiceover for this film. So it's making more and more special and as Kannada as possible. So thank you for coming, and I really wish you would give your love and support as always. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karthi sir. Thank you. Trisha ma'am, few words.
எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம், எல்லோருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம். Right? I got that right. It's so good to be back. Thank you to each and every one of you all for coming here to support us. It means a lot to us. And the only thing they told me when I landed was the Bangalore press means business. So thank you all, seriously. And I think they pretty much said it all. But what I'd like to just add is, like Karthi said, the women characters in this film, I mean, going back to that era, one would think, how much can they do, you know? But yes, I mean, today's woman is very empowered, but we're going to see women belonging to that era who are as empowered and who had a voice. And that's what made this film special to me, because as I have said it before, it was like playing a today's woman dressed up like in that era, in Mani sir's film. So I'm so honored to be part of this film, super proud to be part of this film, and like they said, it's a brilliant star cast which has made all our lives so much easier. So thank you guys so much.
Please ಮಾತಾಡಿ.
ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ನಟರಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಪತ್ರಿಕಾ ಮಿತ್ರರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಕ್ ಫಿಲಮ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಪುಟ್ಟಣ್ಣ ಕಣಗಾಲ್ ಸರ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಕಾದಂಬರಿನ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಅವರು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮಣಿರತ್ನಂ ಸರ್ ಈಗ 1950s ಒಂದು ಕಾದಂಬರಿನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ವಿಜುವಲ್ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಒಂದು ಹಬ್ಬದ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಇರ್ತದೆ 30ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನೋಡಿ. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ದ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಟು ವಿಕ್ರಮ್ ಸರ್ ಫಾರ್ supervising the Kannada dubbing of his own character. ಅವರ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರೇ ಕೂತು ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸುಮಂತ್ ಭಟ್ ಅಂತ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕರೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕೂಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ವರ್ಡ್, ಬ್ರೀತ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ರೀತ್ ಔಟ್ ಇಂದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕೂಡ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ 100% ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ವಿಕ್ರಮ್ ಸರ್. Moreover, few of the dubbing artists are here, apart from Vikram sir voice. ವಂದ್ಯ ದೇವಾಗ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಕುಂದವೈಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಪೊನ್ನಿಯಿನ್ ಸೆಲ್ವನ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಪೊಂಗುಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಮೋರೋವರ್, ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನಾವು ಸಬ್ಟೈಟಲ್ಸ್ನ ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಸಿದ್ರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ತಮಿಳ್ ಸಬ್ಟೈಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕನ್ನಡ ವೀಡಿಯೋಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿದೆ. ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಲೀವ್, ನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಸೀನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ಡ್. 100% ತಮಿಳ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ನೇಟಿವಿಟಿಗೆ ತಕ್ಕ ಹಾಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟಾಗಿ ತಮಿಳ್ ಥರನೇ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಕನ್ನಡದ ನೇಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸೊಗಡನ್ನು ನೀವು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗು. ಸೊ ಶ್ರೀಕಾಂತ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸ್ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ಗೆ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ರು, ತಮಿಳ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನನಗಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಮಿಕ್ದಂಗೆ 30ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಥಿಯೇಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿರೋಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡಿ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡಿ.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Aishwarya.
Hello, hi, good evening. First of all, I apologize for not knowing the language to speak, so I'll stick to English. My name is Aishwarya Lakshmi and I play Pungurli in the film. And Bangalore, I just want to say a small connect, that I have a personal connect that I have to Bangalore. So it's after my first film that I really wanted to act in films. I wanted to be an actor, explore, be better and better. But I was not getting the opportunities. So I decided to do an acting workshop. That was in Bombay. And while I was there, I attended an audition for a film directed by Ashik Abu. And they called me for the second round. I didn't want to go, thinking, who will get an opportunity? Like, why will they choose me? So I didn't want to go, and my best friend actually booked the ticket for me, and she flew me down to Cochin for the audition. While I was in Bombay, the last few days of the acting workshop, I got the call back saying, you didn't make it. You didn't make the final cut. You're not the heroine that we are looking for. And it was a very difficult night. I cried the entire night, and next day, instead of going straight to Chennai, I had a transit in Bangalore. Not next day, 2 days later. So I've pretty much detached. I was having a transit in Bangalore, and I was doing the check-in and just going there. I got a call, and that call was the one that changed my life, and that call is the reason that I'm standing here. So I got the call that saying, okay, we have, changed the decision again. I think you are the person that we are casting in this film called Mayanadi. And I did the film. That film was a big success for me in Malayalam, and that is the reason why Mani sir actually called me for this role in Punguri. So I always thought Bangalore was my lucky charm. Like every time I come to Bangalore, something happens in my life that is good, that gives me hope to move forward. So I'm hoping that Bangalore is again the lucky charm, not just for me, but for all of us. I'm hoping that the luck that I have been blessed with is carried forward to our film, because it's not just about, it's not just about the history. It is about the history, but it is not just about that. It is about a lot of human emotions, a lot of journeys that we all go through, that the characters in those times also went through. Romance, then war, fight, angst, anger, a lot of these things. So I hope all of you love it. The music, obviously all of you know A.R. Rahman sir, the best and best of technicians, the best and best of actors. Kishore sir is part of our film. So I hope all of you here in Karnataka love it, and sir has done a wonderful job with the translation as well. That's all. Just give us your love, give us your support, and thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Thank you.
Actually, here you created a wonderful mystery from the Delhi movie. Okay, now come to the Ponniyin Selvan. Actually, sir, it is a historical based movie. So Chola's kingdom have more biggest history in south region. How you prepare for the characters, sir? First thing.
I think the main preparation comes from the novel, because it's so well written. Till today, that novel is one of the best selling. My daughter is 9 years old, she's reading that novel. So you know how interesting that novel is. So I think the way my character is written, it was so very clearly written. You will even understand what he's thinking. Not just what he's talking, but even what he's thinking is well written in the book. So I just have to read the book multiple times to understand the character better. And after that, I had Mani sir to help me. And of course, I read a little bit of history also to understand 10th century. Otherwise, I think every day in the spot, it's preparing with the director. Mani sir knows exactly what he wants from my character, because he has to be funny sometimes, and the character konjam comedy irukum. Mostly historical characters na serious ah da irupanga, but in the character konjam comedy irukum. So rendu blend pandrathu was little challenging. I had Mani sir to help me out.
Actually, crores of fans and people waiting in Karnataka for Kaidi's update.
Okay.
When we can expect the movie part 2?
I think next year we'll start. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
ವಿಕ್ರಮ್ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಸೌತ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಟಾಲಿವುಡಲ್ಲಿ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಮೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಪಾತ್ರಗಳು ವಿಭಿನ್ನವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಪಾತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ತೊಡಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ರೀತಿಯ ಡೆಡಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಪಾತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗಳು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನೀವು ಪಾತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಮೇಝಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರೇಕ್ಷಕರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಸಿದ್ಧತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಫ್ಯಾನ್ಸು?
Thank you, sir. It's an interesting question. No, what Karthi said, sir, I also I read the book and I was I'd heard the stories as a child, as a little boy in a So I was always, I liked Vandiyadevan's character, I liked Rajaraja Cholan's character, but Aditya Karigalan was something that I like doing these tragic heroes, the character who's flawed. This character is, though he's a king, he's a crown prince, he doesn't want the trappings of royalty, he doesn't want the throne, he just goes away because of love. He's so powerful, but he's so vulnerable. He's so violent, but he's helpless. There's so many things, the whole spectrum is there, and he's like the tragic hero that I love, like Karnan. Aditya Karigalan is also like that. So I love this character. When Manish told me, I was very excited. But having said that, any of these three characters I would have loved to do, because all the characters are nice. This Manish basically told me that I had to grow my hair, because he said my horse should be an extension of me, my hair, the way he looks, and he's a Shivan Bhaktan, so he felt that his look should almost look a little like him. So that was that part, but physicality. Other than that, it's acting, and I love the character, and I just enjoyed. I'm working in Manish sir. It is so nice, and working with artists like this, where it was so nice because we don't have multi-starters, so there was a very healthy competition, but it wasn't like the regular commercial film. It was a film where we all feel we are like, are we part of history? I mean, the history, true history, and also we feel that we are part of a movie that may make history if it turns out well. So we are all very excited to see how it looks on screen.
Anybody can answer this, because Ponniyin Selvan, when it comes to pan-India movies, usually they'll use title as Brahmastra, which are common in all languages. Brahmastra, RRR, KGF, Bahubali, like that. But Ponniyin Selvan is a kind of Tamil name. So how it can be addressed to or common between all languages? Is it kind of tough for others to grab it?
We made it simple, sir. PS1.
It will
Easy.
They'll call it PlayStation or something. So
if you go on search on Google, it will say PS1 PlayStation. After the movie release, it will say Ponniyin Selvan.
that's great. And one more question: how much of the movie is real incident based? Kind of.
I think 40 to 30% is real. Main incidents in the movie is actually real. And interestingly, when the book was written, Kalki sir had a friend called Nilakanta Shastri, who's a historian. So as and when he got information about the Chola dynasty, he shared it with him. He was writing his own historical book, but same information was used in this novel also. So many characters are real. Like Vandiyadevan actually married Kundavai the princess. But we don't know much about Vandiyadevan, but in the book, this character is there. So it's fictionalized. But this man lived. This man's name is written in Thanjavur temple, which was built 1,000 years back. So there is fiction and reality blended together. That's why it's a very special, unique film.
Vikram sir, namaste. ಈ ಕಡೆ. Firstly, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ welcome sir.
Very.
ಈ ಕಡೆ.
Oh, yes, sorry.
ಸರ್, ಪೊನ್ನಿಯಿನ್ ಸೆಲ್ವನ್ ಅಂತ ತಕ್ಷಣ, ಪೊನ್ನಿಯಿನ್ ಸೆಲ್ವನ್ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಪೊನ್ನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾವೇರಿಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೊನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮತ್ತು ತಮಿಳುನಾಡು ಎರಡು ಬಾಂಧವ್ಯದ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಕತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲಘಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಪೊನ್ನಿಯಿನ್ ಸೆಲ್ವನ್ ಕತೆ ನಡೆಯೋ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಕಾಲಘಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ರಾಜರ ಕಥೆನೂ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತಾ ಹೇಗೆ?
Yeah, you had Rashtrakuta. There is movie that there will be Rashtrakutas also will be there. There are a lot of, there's Pallavas, there's Pandyas, there's Rashtrakutas. So we have this story, like it is part of history, like how it happened in history. But the Chola dynasty would
ಕನ್ನಡದ ಜಾಗಗಳು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ?
Sorry?
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀರಾ ಹೇಗೆ?
No, he's seen the
ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸಿನಿಮಾಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ಮೇಲ್ಕೋಟೆಯಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಕ್ಕನ ಕೊಳ, ತಂಗಿ ಕೊಳ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ.
ವಿಕ್ರಮ್ ಸರ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ರಾವಣನಲ್ಲಿ ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ ಹೇಗೆ?
And again here also I don't get her. So I told Manisha next movie if I do with her, only if I get her, and she's always somebody else's wife. She should not be married, I should get her. So
trisha ತ್ರಿಷಾ ಅವರು ವಿಜಯ್ ಸುವರ್ಣ ನ್ಯೂಸಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ
ಹಾಯ್.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು, ಮತ್ತು ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ ರೈ ಹಾಗೂ ನೀವಿಬ್ಬರು ಬಿಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್, ಬಿಗ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಹೇಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೀವು ಸಿನಿಮಾ?
I think it's extremely impactful. I'm presuming that you have not read the book, because had you read the book, you would already know that. But I think Nandini, Kundavai, Kungurali are very, very impactful characters. And it's very hard to say which one has more power or prominence, because each one has a part that is so powerful and impactful.
Also, like what he was saying, she's the administrator. I'm the crown prince and he finally becomes the king. But more than us, her character is the one who makes decisions, who has meetings with other people, who tries to solve problems. When I have a problem with, she says, I may be your younger sister, but I belong to this country and this is my nation and I cannot let you do this because that is more important to me than you. We are not, people are more important. So that's her character. And Aishwarya has got it, obviously she got a very important character, but when you see the movie, I think Kundavai is going to be like one of the best roles done by a woman.
And I think Trisha also will be the best role she's done. She's done Jessie, Janu and others, but I think this will be a better role.
Trisha ma'am,
I'm
you
there.
have mostly done commercial films, these are historical ones, and with many sir. How was your preparation and how was it working with many sir?
So actually, this particular film was a dream come true, because like you said, I haven't done a period film, and it was always a dream of mine to play dress up for a period film and get into costume and stuff like that. So Manisa, of course, I had worked with him a decade and a half ago, so his working that I already was used to, because the way he handles any film is very similar. The way he goes about his workshops, rehearsals, homework, etc., etc. So that part of it was, I knew that when we were taking step one, he's a tough taskmaster, and he makes sure all his actors are extremely, like 100 and probably 10% well rehearsed by the time we set foot on set. So he that way he makes our jobs a bit easier while filming, but the whole prep to it was a challenge. It was hard work, it was a lot of fun. We had numerous readings, numerous costume trials, each and every one of us, jewelry trials, hair trials, makeup trials. So we had about 6 to 8 months of prep, and lots of time with Manisa. Like if we had scenes, it would be with Karthi, it would be me, Karthi, Manisa. If I had a scene with Sharat sir, it would be the three of us doing readings. And yeah, it was challenging, it was fun. Definitely a period film looks way more, I mean, looks easier from the outside. Once you set foot into it, it's quite tough, you know, costume part of it, everything is tough about it. But it was fun.
My question is to both of you, Vikram sir and Karthi sir. Like you said, with the minimal usage of VFX, you have tried to shoot in real locations. Like we can see the caves and forts, real forts in Thailand. So what are the challenges you faced while shooting other than COVID protocol?
See, the problem with COVID protocol is you have to keep everybody in bubble. If somebody falls sick, then the entire team has to go away. So constantly they have to replan the scenes. You cannot go as you had planned. And Manisa particularly wanted to shoot in historical sites. So the permissions for the sites were very limited. They said only 100 people in a film crew can shoot. But our minimal crew was 500. Every day our minimal crew was 500 and maximum it went up to 10,000. So getting those permissions, making sure everybody is safe, especially when we're shooting in the historical sites, it was really tough getting there. And we were shooting in peak summer. I've never seen Manisa tired. First time I saw him tired because it was exhausting. Getting the stunt master from Thailand was again difficult. He had to fly down on permission. He had 50 to 60 days of dates. So entire 60 days we were shooting stunts. Normally stunts will be spread out. We'll shoot one fight, then we'll shoot some scenes, and then we'll go back to stunts. But here this time all of us had to do the war sequence or horse riding or running, everything in those crunched 50 days. If COVID wasn't there, then it would have been much more relaxed. probably would have gotten even better locations. But Mani sir made sure he didn't compromise anywhere. Whatever was required was planned and executed. So that way we were happy that Mani sir was able to achieve his vision for this film.
Hi sir, Vikram sir, Karthi sir, and everybody on stage. My question is, first of all, this is a multi-starrer movie. Practically, it is not possible to divide the screen space for every star in equal manner. But fans expect their favorite actress or actor to appear more. So, what is your stand on it, and what you people want to say for your fans on this matter?
I think this job, Kalki sir, the author himself took care. He made sure all three are distributed, and Mani sir made sure all three of us are different. The way he has written each character, the way he made us perform each character. So my character will be a little comical. So even my stunts will be like that. Sir's character will be like, like a real warlord. And so his action or his performance will be entirely different. Ravi's will be, like almost like Zen, like a Buddha, but Buddha at war. Imagine if Buddha was at war, how calm he'll be even while he's fighting. So he made sure.
This was the most difficult role, actually.
Very difficult. Because you cannot fumble, you cannot get angry.
No, as he said, the book was written in a way it is divided properly. All the characters are distributed and has equal importance. So it made Mani sir's job very easy. And Mani sir, even with the book or without the book, even this script or other scripts, he will make sure all the prominent actors have proper screen space, proper importance. So he is such a person, He, as you said, he wants every actor's fan to be happy, fulfilled that his hero is there and he has a prominent role. So you can never anywhere you can point out this character is more or less, or maybe screen space might be more or less. That is different. But the prominence and importance, Mani sir has given it 100% to everybody, and the female leads also.
Hi sir, here.
And one more thing, the thing is, all of us read the book. So while reading the book itself, you know how important your character is. If it is not important, we wouldn't have done it. So that is there. And I think we all know that this is the amount of what we're going to get, this is what's going to happen. And there will, of course, when they see the film, fans will like their heroes to be more. But then I think all of us knew that this is the book, this is how the characters are going to be, and I'm sure the fans are also going to like it.
Sir, songs are well received in Kannada by the Kannada audience. What's your response, sir?
Yes, very well received, sir. In fact, some of the Kannada songs are better than Tamil. You're saying that, and while I say this, I should thank Sir's dialogue, because I was there dubbing பண்றபோது எல்லா டயலாக்ஸுமே நீங்கள் ஆக்சுவலாக பார்க்கும்போது ஒரு கன்னடா படத்தோட இது மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். அண்ட் சுமந்த், தேங்க்யூ சுமந்த், யூ டிட் அ கிரேட் ஜாப். ஐ டார்ச்சர்ட் யூ. He actually helped me in my performance. Thank you, Sumanth, if you're watching this. And just like the songs, I think even the dialogues you'll enjoy it. So you will never feel for a minute that, is it a dub film? It will not happen at all. Because we went through a lot of certain ones. It may be just one small word. Sometimes it'll be a small word. It'll be correct, but he'll say, no, don't do it. And he'll try to again tweak it and, get it pakka on the lip sync. So it was a good challenge. I think it'll be interesting.
Sir, here. ಸರ್, ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ, ಇದೊಂದು ಹಿಸ್ಟಾರಿಕಲ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೋರ್ ಹೊಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ?
నాకు కూడా హిస్టరీ నచ్చదు. I'm talking Telugu, sorry. எனக்கும் பிடிக்காது, but I like this history. You want? I think it's a movie finally, like in that case, Game of Thrones, it's not history, but it is something which is, you learn a lot. It was such a craze. It's like that. I think it'll be a different world. Like Bahubali was also a history. I mean, it's fantasy, but it was received so well. So I think it's how you present it. And what is nice here is Bahubali was a great film. I mean, Rajmouli Garu is a great director. Mani sir has his own style, and he has tried to do his vision of this book.
இல்லை, எனக்கு ஹிஸ்ட்ரி பற்றி கேட்டிங்களா, எனக்கு எங்கள் ஹிஸ்ட்ரி டீச்சர் ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். அதனால் நான் ரொம்ப அட்டென்டிவ்.
இப்போ புரிஞ்சுதா ஏன் அந்த ரோல் அவருக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டம்ட்டு? Yeah, you were saying, sorry. Hello? You want to ask?
Sir, I think you did ad with Chola's dad before
Yeah, Chola tea.
20 years.
Yeah.
I think that time only it's written
Not
on your
20, some
fate,
40,
I think.
50 years ago.
Yeah.
Sorry?
This Chola character,
Yeah.
I think 20 years before only written on your fate, I think. That
Yeah,
is coincidence.
and it was all, yeah, just like Aditya Karigala, but the costume was very funny. Like a band master. Blue shirt, blue pant. And the irony is, I could have been Aditya Chola. Music director was a person called Dilip, who later became A.R. Rahman sir. And the director was a distant relative of Mani sir. So I think it was already written that I have to have this and be Aditya Karigala. Sorry? Did I believe? Yeah, that's why I'm sitting here. I'm so happy. I was, when I heard, I said, thank God I did that ad.
Yes, Vikram.
Sorry, ma'am, you were saying.
Lakshminarayan here from Power TV. Sir, Lakshminarayan here from Power TV. I think
That lady is asking. Sorry, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. I've not seen the film. I've seen the songs. It was like wrong backside. You seen? But let's not tell anyone. We'll believe that I also saw the film.
Sir, Sagar.
Sir, the person who is sitting next to you, Varadaraju, I think he helped many stars to dub other language cinemas to Kannada. So how did you help you guys?
That's what I was saying. Say, he was amazing. What I like, our ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச விஷயம் வந்து even a small change which you think that dubbing now we can manage, he didn't. He will say no. So I also tell him that, sir, பார்க்கலாம் நானே ரொம்ப perfection பார்ப்பேன். I'll say கொஞ்சம் I think கொஞ்சம் tweak பண்ணி கொஞ்சம் மெதுவா சொன்னா இல்ல இந்த word try பண்ணுங்க, try this other word, and it was, I think he's done a great job. When you see the film, you'll understand.
Sir, Sagar.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Sagar here. Sir, as you said, I think literally all are weak in little bit of in history, as you said. In your movie, if you see your movie, there is no use of to read novel or what. We can understand totally.
Definitely, because after a long time, recently about a month ago, I thought audio books are there also. Even if you want to read, it's in English, it's in Tamil, it's I think Kannada, I don't know, but English, Tamil is there. So I was reading it, I was listening to it, and suddenly when my scene came, he was saying the exact dialogues that I was saying, you know. And so as far as the dialogues are concerned, the scenes are concerned, everything is, he tried to stay very true to the film. Only problem is it's 5 books. So 5 books being compressed into one film is very difficult. So he made it into 2 parts. But even for 2 parts, this should have been 3 parts or 4 parts. So it will be compressed, or there will be little changes in dialogues in a very few places to make sure that there's no jump.
No, Mani sir, when we were making the film, he said it should be like a Disney film, so children should also watch. So he
As you said, lots of ring, right, sir? As you said, lots of ring. We have like that type of it will go flow. You said right now.
No. See, Lord of the Rings also is a novel which was made into a film. So similarly, this also is a novel which is made into a film. And again, Lord of the Rings was written long time back, and then Peter Jackson came and made it into a fantastic thing which the entire world watched. So I'm hoping this film also reaches across the world.
And the characters are so strong that every character has a fan club. Like if you see on the net, they'll be fighting amidst not normal fight, like really bad fights. We have been friends, but they'll be fighting bullshit. Vandeyathevan is better than your character. No, his character is better. So that's the kind of thing, like, and they're all reading. Because I don't think any of them are interested in history. If I need to answer your question, I don't think they're interested. But they've suddenly become curious and they're finding it very interesting. And everybody's like, oh wow, okay, what's going to happen next?
Thank you.
Madam.
And love you, sir.
Love you too.
Okay. ಮೇಡಮ್ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಅಂಡ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ. ಇದು ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಪ್ರತಿಧ್ವನಿ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಕಾರ್ತಿಕ್ ಸರ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ತೆಲುಗು ಮೂವೀಸ್ಗೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಸಹ ನಿಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂಥ ವಾಯ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೂವಿಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ ಅಂತ?
இல்லை தெலுங்கு நான் கஷ்டப்பட்டு பண்ணேன். ஏன்னா பழைய தெலுங்கு நான் ரைட்டர்கிட்ட சொன்னேன், இந்த படத்துக்கு நான் விட்டுடுறீங்களா, நல்ல வாய்ஸ் வச்சு பண்ணுங்க. இல்லை நீங்கள் ரொம்ப நாளாக பண்ணிட்டீங்க, ட்ரைன்னு சொல்லி. ஸோ ரியலி டுக் சம் 8 to 10 days டு டப் தெலுங்கு. கன்னடா இன்னும் நான் கற்றுக்கல. தெரியல, PS3 இருந்தால் கன்னடா டப் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ட்ரை I'll try. I'm really scared, but I'll try.
Actual thing is, what was I going to say? See, I dubbed for the trailer for all the languages. But this one, because it's a historical film and it's like in Tamil, it's Sendamil, like that in Kannada also must be Shuddh Kannada, whatever, no? So obviously, like see, we have very popular actors in Kerala who live in Chennai, who lived all their life. But when they talk, you'll get the Malayalam, you know. So you know that there's a disturbance. It's a normal film, it's okay. It's a historical. It's better being pure, no? That's why we felt that. And another thing is, it's only now that movies are all starting to get dubbed in Kannada also. So I'm sure next movie I'm going to like, sorry, Sumant, I may want to dub my next film.
ಮಣಿ ಸರ್ ಜೊತೆ ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರಾಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು, ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ 2 ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀರೋಗೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಏನು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳೋದ್ರೆ?
ಅದೇ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಈಸಿ ಮಣಿ ಸರ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ನೋ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಅನ್ ಆಕ್ಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಸೊ ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಇವನ್ ನೌ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಣಿ ಸರ್ಸ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್. So I can, every day I would see him being so happy like a child. When a child gets what he loves, how he will cherish it. I could see him really enjoying doing what he was doing. I've seen him maximum smiling and laughing in this sets. Normally he'll be little tensed, but in this film I think he was really enjoying making this film. And I had a lot of time to talk to him. Not just about movies, but about my problems in life, personal life. And he would always listen to me and answer me. So that way, I think I'm very blessed to have that rapport with Mani sir. He's given me that, the chance to go close and speak to him. I'm very blessed that way.
Yeah, he said, think Panite. Yeah, Gotti, but I don't smoke, so I couldn't do that thing. Because Rajni sir went and, yeah, okay, I'll do it. No, I didn't go beyond 17th take, so.
Thank you, Vikram sir. Thank you. I think
I'm so sorry, Pavam. He's been asking for the last 20 minutes.
Okay, one last question, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಸತೀಶ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ 18 ಕನ್ನಡದಿಂದ ಸರ್. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ KGF ಮತ್ತು ಚಾರ್ಲಿ 777 ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಏನಿದೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲೇ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಮತ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಟ್ಟದ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಹಿಟ್ ಆದವು. ಬಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಭಾಷೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಸೌತ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗಳು ಈಗ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಭಾಷೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗಳು ಆಯಾ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಜನಗಳನ್ನ. ಒಂದು ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಗಳಿಂದ ಅದು ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ತಪ್ಪನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೀಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಆಯಾ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಟೂ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಸರ್, ಸೊ ಸರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಸರ್? ಸಚ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್. ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಪ್ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ. ಹಾಂ, ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಹಾಂ,
Yeah, what we're doing now, no? Adhe pannittu irukkolla ella states nu pannittu.
Correct sir. Same question sir. Same answer sir.
Same
question sir. Yes sir.
Thank you.
It's a mutual communication which happened sir. And sir, we have a small request. ಇಡೀ ಚಿತ್ರತಂಡ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ನೀವು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ಸಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಧ್ವನಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕರಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆಸೆ. ಎಸ್
ಪ್ಲೀಸ್,
ಎಸ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ನಟರಿಗೆ ಧ್ವನಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಥ ನಿಜವಾದ ಧ್ವನಿ, ದ ರಿಯಲ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್.
Okay, this is really beautiful. Okay, none of the languages thought of this. This is amazing.
Thank you sir.
Amazing.
See, we always make it special sir.
But where is my voice?
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹಾರಿಝಾನ್ ಸ್ಟುಡಿಯೋಸಿಂದ ಟೋನಿ ಸರ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ದಯಮಾಡಿ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸೋಣ. ಹಾರಿಝಾನ್ ಸ್ಟುಡಿಯೋಸಿಂದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಹಾರಿಝಾನ್ ಸ್ಟುಡಿಯೋಸ್ನ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಪೊನ್ನಿಯಿನ್ ಸೆಲ್ವಂ ಚಿತ್ರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ. ಸರ್,
I'm so sorry, and we have to thank our distributor for taking this film.
Yes, without them ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಮಗೆ ಪೊನ್ನಿಯಿನ್ ಸೆಲ್ವಂ ಚಿತ್ರ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. That's true. Tony sir, yes. May we have a picture with Tony sir and yes.
Okay, one very important thing. இது மாதிரி தான் ஒரு படத்தில் வந்து ரஜினி சார் அப்போ அவங்க அந்த ஹெரோயின் வந்து எல்லார் பேரும் சொல்லிட்டு காஃபி வாங்கி கொடுத்தவங்க பற்றியும் பேசினாங்க. அப்புறம் அவங்க ஷூ ஹெல்ப் போடுறது யாரோ ஹெல்ப் பண்ணாங்க. எல்லார் பேரையும் பேசி கடைசியில் ரஜினி சார் பேரே மறந்துட்டாங்க. அது மாதிரி நாங்கள் வந்து முக்கியமான எங்களோட ப்ரொடியூசர் லைகா சுபாஷ்கரன், இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு படத்துக்கு we need a producer like that, and he's done a great job. When you see the scale of the film on screen, you'll understand. And our distributor, Mr. Tony, is here. Thank you for taking our film on board and having us on your film. Yep, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vikram sir.
ಇದು ಏಷ್ಯಾನೆಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿ.
ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಏಷ್ಯಾನೆಟ್ ಸುವರ್ಣ ನ್ಯೂಸ್.